Recently, I asked my audience a simple question in a social media post. What are your biggest fears and struggles? Of the hundreds of comments on that post, the majority were about life purpose. One by one, people were saying that their biggest fear was to get to the end of their lives without finding and living their life purpose. And I noticed one big energy issue with these comments. They were filled with anxiety and stress. There was such a deep emotional distress about this that I wanted to jump in front of the camera right away and shoot this video to help you out of this heavy energy around life purpose if you feel like you're in it right now. Because if you stay in this heavy energy, it'll be impossible to live your life purpose. In this video, you'll learn what life purpose is, how chasing it can backfire, 4 simple tips to help you connect to your life purpose easily, and the biggest secret about purpose that will completely change the way you see your life. Some spiritual teachers and philosophers believe that there's no inherent meaning or purpose to life other than to just be here. Philosopher Alan Watts famously said that the meaning of life is just to be alive. It's so plain and so obvious and so simple, and yet everybody rushes around in a great panic as if it were necessary to achieve something beyond themselves. I love this quote, and I partially agree with what Watts is saying, but there's more to the story on a soul level. There are 2 major truths when it comes to your soul incarnating on Earth, and one of them is in line with what Alan Watts was talking about. One of the main purposes of the soul incarnating down here is just to experience more and new. Okay, so your soul energy prizes new experiences, new opportunities, new things. Your soul energy prizes new experiences above almost anything else, and that's one of the main drivers of the soul wanting to incarnate down here on planet Earth, is just to continuously experience new things. The reason that your soul really prizes new experiences is because it's on an energy level, it's a really expansive energy. So your soul is constantly expanding more and more and more, which is why it prizes new experience. It expands exactly like the universe does. And so in this expansion, it's constantly looking for new experiences. So this first truth is in line with what Alan Watts was talking about, but there's a second truth behind your soul incarnating down here, and that is that your soul meticulously plans out every lifetime before you come. Your soul has a plan for each incarnation that the soul plans. Each time you come down here on planet Earth, you come with a plan on a soul level. The soul has a plan about what kind of experiences it wants to have, and it's very detailed in this plan. Now, this doesn't mean that your life is predetermined, right? It's important to remember that. It doesn't mean that your life is predetermined, but you do have a plan on a soul level before you come here. Sometimes the plan pans out, sometimes the plan doesn't pan out. There's never any judgment on the soul level whether your plan pans out or not. So life isn't predetermined in that way, but there is a general plan that the soul has before coming here. When I look at life purpose from a soul level, it really just looks like this. The plan your soul set out for your human self in a specific lifetime. So of the 2 major truths that I just talked about, remember this, that the soul gives a lot of importance to that life plan, and that's where your life purpose then comes in. Now let's get into why chasing your purpose will backfire. So chasing something, the energy of chasing something is already an energy that's very, very contracted and filled with fear, okay? If I chase something, I'm chasing something because I'm either unhappy, I'm not okay, I am just not okay with where I am in the present moment. I don't feel good in my life right now, so I'm gonna go chase something out there in the hopes that I'm gonna feel better after I have it. This is a really precarious energy that's going to set you back when it comes to your life purpose. And I want to explore this energy of chasing. I want to explore it from a brain science perspective and from a spiritual perspective so that you could really understand once and for all why this energy can set you back and really sometimes prevent you from living your life purpose. In a study done by Matthew Killingsworth and Daniel Gilbert, they found that if our minds wander from the present moment and from the actual physical reality, that we become unhappy. The more our minds wander, the more unhappy we are, even if our mind is wandering to amazing places. So imagine you're sitting at your desk at work and you just hate your job. So you stop working at your computer for a moment and you look out the window and you start thinking of being on a beach far away, taking up some sun rays and drinking a margarita. Wouldn't that make you excited and happy? Surprisingly, not really. Killingsworth and Gilbert found that while you might hope all this mental wandering is taking us to happier places, the data say otherwise. Just like the wise traditions teach, we're happiest when thought and action are aligned, even if they're only aligned to wash dishes. Psst, psst. So by thinking constantly about what my life purpose may be, I'm moving my mind away from the present moment and I'm wandering. And the more that my mind wanders, the less happy I am. Spiritually, when my mind is stuck in wandering, the unhappiness that I'm feeling will then energetically be translated into a contracted energy field and aura. The energy field that surrounds my body is very responsive to my thoughts. So the more that my mind is wandering, the more that I'm thinking about a possible life purpose, especially if I'm doing that from a place of not being okay in the present moment and not being okay in my life, I'm going to start not only having that energy field contract, but also I'm adding fear into the system. The more that I add fear into the system, now the overall vibration of my energy field decreases. And when this happens, you're left with a big energy problem. A contracted energy field and an energy field that has a low vibration is going to decrease your magnetization and manifestation powers. The smaller that energy field is, it means that you won't be able to manifest the things that you desire in life as well. Spiritual teacher Abraham Hicks talks about this as a form of energy resistance, that the more you think about something or you envision something with an energy of fear or a contracted energy field, the more you're going to mess up the manifestation of whatever you're desiring. Listen to Abraham explain this.
The harder you try, the more you practice the vibration of resistance. And then the louder you ask, but the more you practice the vibration of resistance. So you just have to let the things that you want that haven't been coming go for a while. Just let them go. Stop using what you want that you don't have as your excuse to not feel good.
What Abraham is showing us is that the more unhappy we feel at something that we don't have, like our life purpose, the less we'll be able to manifest it. So we have to learn to feel good before the manifestation appears.
If my vibration is in fear or unhappiness and I'm constantly wandering and constantly having an overactive mind, what that does is it disconnects me from my heart and my heart guidance. And that's a big problem because your life purpose is given to you through your heart center. The soul pings down to you into your heart whatever it wants and whatever the next steps are in the plan for your life mission and your soul purpose. And if I'm disconnected from that heart center, then I'm going to miss the plan that the soul has for me. And here's the biggest secret about life purpose. There's a common misconception that you know your life purpose all in one fell swoop, that you can literally be sitting in meditation one day and a light bulb just goes off in your head and suddenly you know your entire life purpose in one sitting. I know what my life purpose is. But that's not at all how life purpose goes and how your soul feeds life purpose to you. In fact, your soul very, very rarely gives you the whole vision all at once. What usually happens is the soul operates, it gives you the next step in your life purpose like little breadcrumbs. So it creates a breadcrumb trail. And that means that one little breadcrumb here and you take a step, then the soul gives you another breadcrumb and then you take a step. And that's how life purpose is generally revealed by the soul. One little ping at a time, one little breadcrumb at a time that you receive at the level of the heart. And these breadcrumbs are sometimes given to you like in the form of visions. Maybe you'll have signs or synchronicities. It can even be in conversations that you have with people. The breadcrumbs will show up in various ways and your soul sets them out for you to see them. Each breadcrumb that you find will be a step in the direction of your life purpose. And the best way for you to see the breadcrumbs is for you to be in an energy energy of joy and satisfaction, or at least peace with where you're at in the present moment. If you're in an energy of fear, dissatisfaction, stress, anxiety, that's going to contract your energy field, overactivate your mind. You're going to be stuck in these negative thought loops. And the more that you are stuck in negative thinking and a contracted energy, the more you're going to miss all of the signs and synchronicities that the universe sends your way. Your soul, your angels, your guides may be sending you synchronicities and signs, but you just cannot see them because you're stuck in this contracted energy.
I feel so alone in this universe, like I'm not receiving any guidance. I feel like my guides don't care about me. I'm just feeling so abandoned. I feel so abandoned.
So now that we know that chasing your life purpose actually keeps it away, what can we do to live our life purpose before we die? The first tip is to stop focusing on the finish line, okay? So remember, your soul is not going to feed your life purpose in one little fell swoop. You're not going to get it all at once. So learn how to follow the breadcrumbs that your soul and that the universe sends your way. Take it one step at a time. Follow the signs and synchronicities. Pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that your guides, that your soul, that the universe is sending your way, and then take it one step at a time, not focusing on what the potential finish line is. You'll get there eventually. It's not, the finish line isn't even important. It's each step that you take along the way, making sure that you're always listening to your guides and always there to receive the breadcrumbs that your soul is sending. Just like Abraham teaches, we're going to release the outcome and just focus on what's right in front of our faces, one step at a time, one breadcrumb at a time.
Hello, Angel.
Tip number 2 is to practice acceptance of the present moment. So close your eyes, take a nice deep breath, and really tap into that energy of chasing and what it feels like in your body, all right? And remember that chasing is coming from a non-acceptance of the present moment, me not being okay with where I am right now. That's what leads to chasing. And that energy keeps my life purpose away from me because I'm in a completely different energy. My energy is contracted. So I have to learn how to accept where I am. If I do not accept where I am, I really am in an energy of escapism, and an energy of escapism is completely keeping that life purpose away. I can't move into my purpose from a place of fear and unhappiness. Okay, remember this mantra, remember this affirmation. I can't get to the life purpose from a place of unhappiness and low vibration. So you have to learn to accept where you are right now. This is your present moment. This is where you are. And from there, you take a step forward and then another one from a different energy. So acceptance is key. Tip number 3 is to reach for joy, satisfaction, curiosity. So a lot of times people ask me what those breadcrumbs from the soul look like. Like, what do those breadcrumbs look like? And for me, it's very clear to see those breadcrumbs in your life because it will always be involving moments of joy, excitement, and even curiosity. Your soul programs into your heart a lot of joys, a lot of happiness, things that you really enjoy will be programmed in your heart, and it's programmed there on purpose because those are leading you to your life purpose, all right? So always remember to focus on joy. If there's not, I've had people that have said to me, I don't really have things that excite me. I don't know what I'm good at, or I don't have natural talents. Follow your curiosities, all right? You can even just start from curiosity. So what are the themes? What are the topics? What are the areas in your life or in life in general that you feel curiosity towards? Follow those curiosities, all right? So curiosity, joy, satisfaction, the more that you are in this energy, the more that you're tapping into what those breadcrumbs are that your soul is sending you. As an example from my life, years ago, I had an intuition to start doing videos. I had no idea how to make videos. I had no idea about equipment, no idea about the technicalities of YouTube. I had no idea what I would say, but still I felt a curiosity. I felt a pull. I felt an intuition to start doing videos, and I just went into it. I went into that excitement. And my first videos were horrible. I didn't know what the heck I was doing, but I just kept doing it because it brought a lot of curiosity, a lot of excitement to my life. The more that I kept stepping in that direction, the more excitement I felt. And you see, that started to kind of propel me forward on my life purpose. And here we are 10 years later, and now I'm not only working on YouTube, but I do retreats and coaching, and I've worked with thousands of people, but that has come directly from this initial intuition that I had to make videos. Tip number 4 is to act decisively when inspired to. So this one, a lot of people get this wrong. So a lot of people will ask for the breadcrumbs, they'll ask for the guidance, they'll ask for the synchronicities, but then when they receive those signs and synchronicities, when they receive the guidance, then they start to self-sabotage and just sit on the couch and don't move and don't want to act. What's the point in asking for guidance from the universe if then you're not going to act on that guidance to make things happen in the 3D? Now for a bonus tip, quiet your mind. So a mind that is overactive, a mind that is stuck in wandering, that's constantly in negative thoughts, that is going to disconnect you from your heart center, and it's at your heart center that you have access to intuition, to your life purpose, to all the breadcrumbs that your soul is sending you. So an overactive mind can be really problematic when you're trying to live your life purpose. And I know just how hard it can be to quiet a mind down, especially when your mind never shuts up like mine does. So I shot a whole video about why your mind is overactive in the first place and what you can do to shut it up.
I'm just all be here by myself. And